I play football because I love it, firstly. I love sport, I love being competitive, I love running around, and I love the community that comes with it. I think footy is just a place where people are so inclusive, so supportive, so caring of each other, and genuinely support you in your goals as a player. And I think I also love it because you can just be unashamedly competitive, and it feels really good.
Our key focus, make sure that when we're moving the footy around, we're trying to find some targets, okay? You're going to be a bit more tired based on the conditioning drill that you did, so to save yourself some energy, slow it down when needed, kick mark game, let's move the ball and let it look a little bit flashy with precise skills.
So much unrewarded running and gut running to get to the right places and still not getting used. Right? Because you had to cover the ground really well with 13 on 13 and you did it really well. Right? It was really good.
The senior team has had a really interesting season for our first year in the VAFA. I think we had a little bit of a slow start in terms of winning games or losing games. The teams that we played against in the VAFA just play a different style to what we were used to last year. A lot of the teams that we played this year have a big VFL list as well, and that sort of changes the dynamics. So we've got a heap of players that have returned from the 2022 season, but we've also got a significant amount of new players as well. And I think that that's been a learning curve at the start in terms of all learning to play with one another. But since then we've really improved, and I think we've shown so much growth. And I think that really has been because of the fact that we've been able to gel really well as a playing group and come together in the second half of the season. And that's shown a lot of success on the field as well.
All we've got to do is lay the first punch in every aspect. Lay the first tackle, win the first clearance, kick the first goal. We have controlled everything, okay? Got to make reward of our work, okay? Get the first everything, be loud, and let's have a good quarter. This last month and a bit of footy, you should take a lot of confidence out of it, and it should be validation, as we said, for each of your pieces of work that you've done to get to this point. So it's growth that you're showing individually, and we're getting the rewards as a group as well.
So for us as a group, if we're to achieve what we want to this year, I think it's just sort of validating all of the hard work we've put in, you know, all the way from pre-season, building new girls into the club, getting to know each other, coming here week on week, putting in the hard work, running, training, gym, everything that everyone does to prepare is just validated in the work that we've been able to do.
The senior girls game against Collegian this week is massive in terms of ramifications for the finals. It's a must-win game. They're sitting 4th, we're sitting 5th, and we must jump them and take their spot if we want to play finals.
All right, first thing as always, round of applause for the dev team. Simple thing for us today, okay? Not going to overcomplicate it with the theme. It's survival. We understand at this point in the season, every game for us is a must-win. All right, and we spoke about it on Wednesday and through the week. There's some real simple things that we just need to do to give ourselves the best chance to get them today. So in order to survive, you cannot stop. We have to make sure that we're constantly moving and playing on at all costs. So that's something that really worked for us in the second half last week, and it's what we want to bring into today. Because when we're at our best, the ball's flying, we put it in front of our players to let them do their damage with their wheels on the ground. Mental strength, we spoke about it. How are we going to be able to adjust if the game doesn't start out in the first 5 minutes the way that we want? We're going to start to go into our shells. Are we going to stop running all day? We're going to stop doing that and be conservative just because it hasn't worked for 5 minutes? Or we're going to persist and trust that the way to win is by doing that for 80 minutes, not just 5 or 10. And if it goes haywire, which it will for a little bit, trust me, as we speak about all year, spikes and dips, right? It'll happen where they're on top for a little bit. Are we going to persist?
Tommy as a coach is great. He's super invested in all of us, both teams, every single individual player. And just the club overall. He's really, really passionate about footy in general, about sport in general, but especially about this club. And he puts so much time and thought and effort into preparing us for games and training and reviewing. And he's someone I really respect, and I think all the girls do, and really listen to his feedback, and he's a great motivator for all of us.
Survival, right? We can have a great time while we're doing it, and as we said, what the video we showed with the Richmond game on Wednesday, or when Richmond won 9 in a row in 2014, it wasn't just robotic, we've got to do this. Now we're kicking goals from the pockets, now we're taking speckies on the wing. There's still that flair aspect, so we don't lose that today. 1 out of 6 today, we've got 6 potential games left, we've just got to win.
Before the collision game, I felt a little bit nervous, given that we did lose to them previously. But I also felt really excited because I think everyone went in there with a really good attitude and a really good mentality.
Hands up real quick, who watched the video I posted this morning?
Yeah, I was confused.
You were confused? Yeah, okay, cool.
They like forming and like
Bubbles, yeah.
reshaping.
About bubbles, very good.
Yeah, it's like how like you reattach and they form another bubble and like restructure and yeah.
It was like every time that added bubble it would change. It was like a cube, it was a triangle, just reacting to the environment that it was in.
Yeah.
Are we the bubbles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Slow down. So essentially when you connect all of the group of bubbles together and you place a singular bubble in the center, so if we have 3 and then that one bubble is added into the middle, it forms a little bit of kind of that pyramid shape, alright? But if we add a 4th or a 5th bubble to the outside, that central shape needs to change away from a 3-sided shape to form a 4, 5, 6-sided shape to form the center, alright, that we evolve around. Now for us today, we know the structures and shapes we need to create, but they're constantly changing. Today, if someone pops one of those outside bubbles, that central bubble that is us as a midfield unit needs to adapt and change constantly.
Survival fight, that's it. We come out today, good weather for it, really good weather for it. They're going to come out raring because they've lost a few games, yeah? So they're going to come out and really want to hunt hard and come at us, but we need to go even harder. So just think fight today, think about every single word that we pulled out of that hat earlier today from Morgie. And think about that today, yeah? Dive on the ball, pick up your players, and just play as a team, yeah? Let's go. What do we do? What do we do?
We've spoken about first quarters all year, okay? All of our wins have come off the back of us winning the first quarters. Now, it's not to say that the job's done by any means, it's going to be tough, but that right there is the start that we want and how we want to play, okay? So it just needs to continue to flow from there, adapt like those bubbles, alrighty, structured in place, but we know how to adapt on the fly.
Well, when we got a good start against Collisions, it was a phenomenal feeling.
And I think, to be honest, we play best when we don't overthink things, and I think that's what it was. Like a home game, it was a beautiful day, a lot of family and friends there, and I think we just went into it and wanted to play our way, play our game, and play with a bit of freedom, and that's when we always play well. Yeah, in the second quarter, Georgia kicked the ball in, and there was a bit of a pack, and Shez managed to get her hands free and handball it to me. I think I was just in the right spot and just saw goals and kicks. Obviously it was good. Any goal that's like a team effort feels really awesome.
At half time, when we were sort of in our huddle and chatting amongst one another, I think the morale was really high. Everyone was just getting around one another and congratulating each other for doing the great job that we had so far.
What I was saying to Reg during the first quarter, today's one of those days where, as the score starts to kick towards 10 goals of difference or something, everyone starts thinking, how can I get a goal? But the reason we're scoring so many goals is because of the pressure, the tackling, playing team footy. You get rewarded at the back of the foot, all the little things first. So if you go away from that, you start thinking, how can I get a goal? You will stop scoring goals.
Same approach, method stays the same, foot on the throat.
Yeah.
That's it, foot on the throat. Let's go.
As a defender, when collisions started coming back, I was feeling a bit nervous, but I knew that the team would hold up and I really trusted in my teammates to get the job done. We were just getting around each other and giving each other high fives whenever anyone did small things, the 1%ers. So I think it was just about making sure that we kept going.
Yeah, definitely a bit nervous, seeing them get a few in a row. I knew it was a game we had to win, and I did not want to lose that game. So definitely nervous, but also have a lot of trust in the team in pulling that back.
Don't have your heads down just because there's a quarter where we went goalless. Doesn't matter. We own this quarter, we put the foot back on the throat, and we dominate the game at the end, all right? We dominate it. We've had a great game, but do not be satisfied with what you've done so far. Let's finish it off, let's finish strong. Come on.
So Collegians had kicked the first few in the last quarter. I guess they had a bit of momentum. We probably weren't contesting as much as we had at the beginning of the game, which was our strength. That's why we won that first half so well. So what kind of turned it around was just to switch on, start contesting again, tackle, get a body on, get on the ground, get the ball. So when the ball got kicked in long, I just kind of thought, I reckon I've got this with a bit of speed, and just thought to myself, don't hesitate and just go for goal, get that extra goal that we need. So yeah, felt pretty good.
Winning feels amazing, especially when you kind of drop a couple of games that you don't expect and then you win a couple by 2. It's those little moments that you're like, yep, those 1%ers count today, so we've got to be on. And when you win that game, it's just, awesome.
The thing I'm most happy with is we've found another way to win. We haven't been in that position all year where we've been up early and then really been challenged on a fight back from the opposition. We maintained that mental strength as we spoke about all day, held our nerve and finished off really, really well. So super proud of that. While we say enjoy the wins, understand we've now won 6 of our last 8 games, right? So that's a really good pass. capabilities. Okay, so you should be really happy with that. Keep surviving, all right? 2 more to go, and then we'll keep moving. All right?